Is Anfield's midfield rebuild about to crash and burn? Tonight we've got the heartbreaking truth behind a £78 million transfer block that's left the gaffer in a proper pickle. A shocking £55 million North London hijack for Arsenal's crown jewel. With Curtis Jones's £30 million exit official, the transfer deadline is ticking and the pressure is on. Stay with us until the end as we break down every major Liverpool update. This is Anfield Central.
The £78 million Wharton blow. Palace drop ultimate decision on Liverpool and Manchester City bids. Can a manager truly construct a title-winning midfield engine room when his primary target is locked firmly behind closed doors at Selhurst Park? Or are we simply chasing transfer shadows as the summer deadline rapidly ticks away? It is the maddening question tonight for the Anfield faithful, as the gaffer's plans to secure a proper midfield metronome have run directly into a brick wall. We've seen the midfield undergoing a total transition recently, but the search for Curtis Jones's successor has suddenly taken a dramatic, high-stakes turn. Just as it looked like the club was ready to battle it out with Manchester City in a sensational transfer war, the door has been slammed shut with absolute finality. The backstory to this sudden pursuit comes from a desperate need to find a replacement for our departing stars. Before now, we felt relatively secure with the options on the pitch, but the landscape has shifted league-wide. Liverpool have turned their attention to the England international after accepting Inter Milan's £30 million bid for Curtis Jones, a deal that is now officially signed and sealed. With Jones heading to the San Siro, Andoni Iraola had personally green-lighted a move for the 22-year-old Palace starlet, expecting to drop a cool £78 million to get him in the kit. Meanwhile, over at the Etihad, Enzo Maresca is facing a proper midfield crisis after waving goodbye to Rodri, who made a shock move to Barcelona, alongside Bernardo Silva to Real Madrid and Tijani Reinders to Al Qadsiya. This has left both clubs desperately looking for a visionary talent to dominate the pitch for the next decade. The conflict lies in the absolute refusal of Palace to play ball, setting up a massive standoff with the Premier League's elite. Both Liverpool and Manchester City have made inquiries, but the Eagles are standing firm. They have no intention of letting their prize asset leave before the September 1 deadline, especially after already seeing a summer of massive squad churn.
The drama is heightened because Man City are ready to embark on a late spending spree, and the prospect of going head-to-head with our fiercest rivals for a £78 million rated player had the fan bases on absolute red alert. For Iraola, losing out on his desired target creates a massive tactical obstacle, forcing the recruitment team back to the drawing board just as the season gets into full swing. Looking at the facts, the information dropped by David Ornstein of The Athletic has put a proper dampener on any hopes of a late deal. Ornstein confirmed that while Manchester City made official inquiries to Crystal Palace, they were bluntly informed that the midfielder is simply not for sale this summer. The 22-year-old remains a core part of Palace's plans, and they are adamant that no amount of money will tempt them to sell before the September 1st deadline. This decision completely derails the gaffer's immediate plans, especially since the Mirror had previously reported that Iraola was completely sold on Wharton as the perfect tactical fit to step into the void left by Jones. My honest take, it is a massive blow to miss out on Wharton, who is a proper player with the exact technical security we are sorely lacking in the middle. However, paying £78 million for a young lad is a massive risk, and if Palace are refusing to negotiate, we must be ruthless enough to look elsewhere. Trying to force a deal that isn't on the cards is rubbish business when the squad is looking a bit thin. We need a midfielder who can hit the ground running, and with the September 1st deadline fast approaching, we can't afford to waste precious days. Would you have smashed the £78 million mark for Wharton, or is it the right call to move on to other targets? Let us know in the comments below.
The £55 million North London hijack. Why Arsenal's Nwaneri is a bigger talent than Mbaye. How can a recruitment team that has spent months tracking League One's most athletic stars suddenly pivot to a Premier League rival's crown jewel? And is he actually a superior option for the gaffer's high-intensity system? It is the sensational transfer twist currently rocking the Anfield persuasion today. While we've been obsessing over French imports, reports have emerged linking the Reds with a shock swoop for Arsenal's highly rated 19-year-old Nwaneri. It is a proper audacious link that has left pundits questioning whether the board is about to pull off the ultimate North London hijack, or if we are simply being used to drive up the teenager's stock in the capital. The backstory here is a tale of a vertical attack that is still sorely lacking senior options as the new Premier League campaign looms. Before now, Andoni Iraola was expected to oversee a busy summer, but with only Victor Muniz and Ronald Araujo secured, the squad is looking remarkably light in creative areas. The hierarchy showed they weren't afraid to spend a staggering £400 million 12 months ago, yet this summer has been a painful waiting game. Nwaneri, who made only 6 senior Premier League appearances for Arsenal last term, is desperate for regular minutes to continue his rapid progression. While the Gunners would ideally prefer a simple loan move to protect their asset, the news that they might be tempted by a permanent sale has put Liverpool on high alert.
The drama centres on the steep, hard arithmetic of the deal and the tactical obstacles of integrating a young player into a direct rival setup. Arsenal are reportedly open to cashing in on Nwaneri if an offer in the region of £55 million is presented. For Liverpool, spending £55 million on a teenager who is yet to establish himself as a regular starter is a massive gamble. The conflict is tactical. Nwaneri is competing with some of the finest players in the country at the Emirates, and the gaffer must convince him that his pathway to the starting 11 is much clearer at Anfield. But with PSG demanding extortionate fees for Ibrahim Mbaye, the board is forced to weigh up whether Nwaneri represents a much safer and statistically superior investment. Looking at the cold, hard facts, the statistical comparison between the two youngsters is eye-opening. Nwaneri has already accumulated 51 appearances for Arsenal since making his debut in 2022, displaying a level of experience that belies his tender age. During his loan spell with Marseille in Ligue 1 last term, the English midfielder completely outperformed Mbaye in several key attacking metrics. He completed more passes, created more chances per 90 minutes, and achieved a staggering 44% cross-success rate, putting him ahead of 94% of all attackers in Europe's top 5 leagues. Furthermore, Nwaneri ended his French campaign with 3 goals and assists in just 322 minutes of football. My honest take? Nwaneri is a proper player, a visionary talent who is far more advanced than Mbaye in terms of technical security and tactical understanding. While spending £55 million on a teenager is always a calculated risk, Nwaneri's exceptional crossing and chance creation metrics suggest he would thrive under Iraola's direct system. He is a versatile playmaker who can unlock deep blocks, and taking him from Arsenal would be a massive statement of intent. Do you think we should smash the £55 million mark to sign Nwaneri, or is the PSG starlet Mbaye still the right profile for our right wing?
When will Curtis Jones complete €35 million transfer to Inter? Curtis Jones's 16-year journey at Liverpool is officially drawing to a close, with the academy graduate securing his long-awaited move to Italy. Inter Milan and Liverpool have formally reached a full agreement for the transfer of the 25-year-old midfielder in a package worth €35 million. The agreement consists of a guaranteed €30 million initial fee, complemented by €5 million in performance-related add-ons and a future sell-on clause. According to latest reports from Gianluca Di Marzio, Jones is scheduled to arrive in Milan on Friday morning to undergo his medical examinations. The England international will undergo his official sports fitness tests with Coney at approximately 1200 local time before signing his contract at San Siro.
Transfer specialist Fabrizio Romano has officially given his signature "Here we go" to the deal, confirming that verbal agreements and personal terms are completely sealed. Negotiations between the two European giants had spanned several months, with Jones having originally pushed for a move to Serie A back in January. With the midfielder entering the final year of his contract, Liverpool ultimately agreed to lower their original €40 million valuation to finalise the agreement. Under head coach Christian Chivu, Jones is expected to slot straight into Inter's first-choice midfield unit, operating on the left side of a 3-5-2 system. His arrival marks Inter's fifth signing of the summer transfer window, joining alongside high-profile additions including John Stones and Jed Spence. Do you think Curtis Jones will succeed in Serie A under Christian Chivu? Drop your thoughts in the comments section below, smash that like button and hit subscribe for more daily transfer news.